All right, this video is going to be in Microsoft Teams and how to submit student work. This is kind of a two-part process. So as a teacher, I'm going to show you how to create, edit assignments, some things you want to be aware of, and then we'll switch back and forth to the student view and back to the teacher view. So right now, we're in Office 365 on the Teams tab on the left, and we'll use this fourth grade core class, which we've been using for all these videos. And we are in the general channel. So remember, the general channel, the dashboard defaults to the posts. The newest posts are on the bottom. So all of your new assignments are in the general post that the students see. Students also get notifications if they've turned those on for their desktop that fly in from the side, as well as they get an activity notification. They also get a chat notification if you make comments to the assignments. So I'll show all of that as we go. So up on the top, within the fourth grade core class and the general channel, we click on assignments and you can see that we've got 4 assignments that have been created that I've built. Some of them, all of them assigned. Some students have worked on, like demo students, and others are past due already. So I'm just going to open up this history assignment that's due tomorrow. I'm going to click on that assignment, and I'm going to click the 3 dots up here in the top right of that assignment and choose Edit Assignment. So a couple things. Number 1 is you can set a due date or not. You can have an open assignment that's just sitting there and the students can turn in work continually on it. But for these, I've chosen to put a due date on it. And to do that, under the due date, if you click Edit, by default it's open. So if you click Edit and choose Close Date, set a close date, this is when the assignment becomes late. And so so the assignment does not allow late turn-in, so it marks it late. I'm going to show you the process for students so they can still turn in work and they can turn it in late, and you can make the decision down the road if you want to do anything different. So I'm going to go, it's easiest just to click off of assignments, then back onto assignments, and that takes us back to where we want to be. If you have an assignment that you haven't finished and haven't assigned, it shows up in drafts, and then returned assignments show up down in the bottom. So I've expanded just the assigned section. So these 4 assignments have been assigned. I'm going to switch over to the student view. So now I'm logged in as a student into the 4th grade class into Office 365. And the dashboard obviously goes to posts so they can see the new assignments and the details that have changed in those assignments in the post. But if they want to view the assignments, they come over to their assignments tab, real similar to the teacher's view. So 2 assignments have been assigned for this student. 2 assignments have been completed. We're just going to work on these 2 assignments right now. So the first assignment you can see is an assignment that expired. It's past due. It was due previous from right now. And if a student clicks on this assigned assignment called writing, that is late, right? It shows it in red. And they can actually still do the assignment. So depending on the type of assignment, right? It's not a quiz, not a survey that I've built or a form that I've built in Microsoft, but it is just an assignment that allows them to add work. Now, remember when we talked about assignments, all different types of assignments. You can put the work, put the document, put the PowerPoint in the assignment and have them do work on that, or you can have them just add their own. For this example, I'm a student. I'm going to add my student work. And just for simplicity, I could attach things, create things, but I'm just, for this sake, I'm just going to put a URL in here just for fun, as if that is the work that I'm doing. I'm attaching that work to this assignment, and notice up here in the top right, it says turn in late. You'll see the difference for an assignment that is not past due. So when I turn it in late, as a student, the button changes to undo turn in. So there's a way to pull the work back and redo it and submit it again before the due date is due. And all of this is time stamped for the teacher. So if a student turns it in, pulls it back, turns it in, and they do that over and over, you'll be able to see that. And you can see which one they turned in first. This is for obvious reasons, right? If you allow students to turn in multiple pieces of work, that's okay. But you know that maybe they've collaborated with some colleagues and they shouldn't have. You'll be able to see those timestamps of the date they're turned in. So I'm going to switch back to my teacher view and click off of assignments and back in. And that was the history assignment. I'm sorry, that was the late assignment, right? This assignment was due today at 3:10. It was past that. And so the stats are showing me that 2 of the 3 have turned it in, and the communications sample student that I'm using has turned it in 41 minutes late. So there's a lot of things we can do with this assignment, and I'm going to show you those details from a student and a teacher side with a different assignment just for kicks. So let's go back to my teacher. I go to my assignments. And we can see the assigned assignments. Oops, I'm sorry, I did not switch to the right profile. This looks better. So now I'm looking at the teacher. Let me refresh the assignments tab so I can see all of my assignments. And we're working on this history assignment. So again, the history assignment is assigned to all students. The 3 dots in the top allow me to edit the assignment. And I just want to verify that this assignment has a due date. So right now it says assignment does not allow late turn-ins. The due date is the 9th, tomorrow at noon. So, or at midnight actually. So I'm verifying those details. If I made any changes, I choose update. It immediately reflects that into the assignment of the student. So back to the student view. We refresh my assignments page. So here's that a history assignment. Again, the student clicks on the assignment to open it up, reads all of the instructions, can view the rubric, any details that you have about this assignment, and then they simply follow the instructions. This is just a blank assignment, so I'm going to, again, just add work as a student. So I slave away on my paper here and attach my work to the assignment, just using a URL as an example. Obviously, that's not legit because, well, it might be if that was the assignment to create a web page maybe, but. So I have attached my work as a student, and now I have to turn it in. When I click turn in, a little graphic pops up, and you can see it's time stamped, time and date stamped. Check mark, and the button again turns to undo turn in. Again, I can undo it, reattach more work, turn it in again. I can go back and forth as much as I want. And the teacher will see all of that. So as a student, that's how you turn in work. If we switch back to the teacher side, I will be able to see, refresh my assignments page. I can see that that history assignment, 1 of my 3 students has turned it in. When I open the assignment, I can see who turned it in. I can further explore this assignment by clicking and seeing the student's work. At this spot, as a teacher, this is where I can give feedback. I can give feedback by typing in, some feedback. Nice work, keep going. So this is an example of, I'm not ready to grade it. I just want to give them some feedback, a rough draft, and then I will click return down here. So now no grade, no points, you can see has been given to this assignment. If I switch back to the student view, you can see that I've got some activity with the red 1. The activity is saying that assignment was returned to me. The chat also has that same information, and then assignments has a red dot also because that assignment has been turned back into me. So when I click on assignments and I click on completed, that's where the assignment shows up now because I've turned work in as a student. I feel like maybe I'm done and I've turned it in. Well, this lets me know that it has not been scored yet. right? It's incompleted, and I got some notifications back that my assignment is back. So this is one view with the red dot. I don't really like this view. I'd rather go into Teams, go to my Assignments tab. I'm going to refresh that. I'm going to look at my completed assignments, and we're looking at that history assignment. So you can see that the points were not given. It has not been graded. And the place for a student to check that also is in this Grades tab. When I click Grades, I can see that my history assignment was returned and not scored. So as a student, I need to go back to Assignments, open my history assignment, and you can see that the purple button has changed to turn in again, and I have a place to add more work. So the student would add more work, edit the existing work, and turn it in again, and that throws it back to the teacher's side, who can then return it with more feedback, or the teacher can simply grade it, and when they grade and submit and return, then the assignment shows up here under Grades as completed, as well as this history assignment would have a grade.